All right, welcome back, everybody. Aesop Grimm here, and this is the continuation of our Journey #1 playthrough, where we are following Fightin' Cowboy's walkthrough guide from beginning to end. And if you recall last episode, I got kind of excited with how the Twin Blade was working with the daggers. But I also had mentioned an idea that came to me kind of in the moment about in the future making an arcane-based samurai build where you paired katanas with a Twin Blade. And the idea is that those katanas would, we would imagine them combining together to form the Twin Blade, kind of Darth Maul style. And then we would also go pretty heavily into the Dragon Communion arcane incantations and have those three ideals, well, I guess four ideals: the samurai using katanas with a Twin Blade, probably Eleonora's pole as the backup, and supplemented by Dragon Communion seals. I think all of those things meld together with this sort of Eastern motif. So that left me wondering, well, okay, is there any alternatives for me to go to with this guy rather than using the Twin Blade? Now, we're going to stick with the Twin Blade for right now because that's our only options. But I found that there was, actually, and it's pretty good. I like it more. I like that fit more than Twin Blades for this guy. And the idea is that eventually this bloodstained dagger will be replaced by what's called the Wakizashi dagger. But conditionally, it depends. That Wakizashi dagger actually shares a katana blade moveset. So whenever I equip it, if I can do this moveset here, this power stance moveset with the Reduvia, then I'll keep it. If I cannot, then I'll go back to the bloodstained dagger and maybe look for another option like the Misericord or something like that. I don't know. But the alternative weapon, see, those would still be daggers, right? I'm looking to replace this pole blade or Twin Blade. So what am I going to replace it with? Well, I found claws to be a good option. And there's a particular claw, and I don't remember what it's called. It's venom something. And it applies a unique poison called deadly poison. And it can be made, I think, into occult scaling. And it gets A scaling, if I remember right. It might be B, but it's very strong scaling. So I can use those to apply poison and then switch back to the daggers for the bleed. And that poison is a stronger, more potent version of poison than what you normally get. And that's why it's called deadly poison. Actually, I didn't confirm that. I'm assuming that. But it would make sense to me. But just no, I did not confirm that. But that still leaves me wanting a different style weapon with different kinds of damage on it in case we get up against an enemy that slash damage just isn't good. And the weapon I found, it's amazing for arcane scaling. You guys probably already know what it is. It's the Bloody Halise. It's a heavy thrusting sword. And so we will have those three options. The daggers being weaved with the venom claws so that you get two status effects. But the true backup alternative for whenever that style damage isn't working is going to be the heavy thrusting sword, Bloody Halise. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to tell you guys is that because I got excited, I got messed up. I messed up and I kind of assumed that video was done. Fightin' Cowboy's video was done whenever he completed those dungeons, and it was not. He does two more things, and we're going to go do them right now. We're going to go up here, and we're going to take on this Death's Head guy. I'm not really sure he's like a Grim Reaper style dude. I am not going to risk facing him at nighttime because I don't know what else might be down there for night bosses or something. But we're going to take this guy out, and then we're going to make a trip to the Round Table Hold. Actually, and I'm going to start out trying to apply poison. Maybe not be in the middle of all that. Did I get hit? Yes, I did. Back over to daggers. Ooh, boy. I want to stay focused on the boss. I want to get out of there because my stamina's down. Back out. Let stamina recharge. I don't think poison worked against him. I can't be positive about that, but I didn't have the impression that poison actually took. All right, both of those are good gets for us. I am going with a death motif. As I told you before, I really thought strongly about using the death dagger, but I didn't think that it fit with the idea of working for Fia. I think, although it doesn't really tell you, I think she would be very much against that. I might be wrong on that. That's based off my understanding of the lore, and my understanding has a lot of gaps in it. But we're going to travel up here to the Bestial Sanctum. We're going to turn this death root in. We're going to get our first seal. It's the claw seal. It scales with faith and strength, so neither of those are helping us, but it's something.
I smell it, feed it me. Tarnished, I shall feed me.
Okay. So then we can equip that seal, and I'm still at a medium load. Good. All right, now from here, from here, we will travel to the Round Table Hold. And as I said, I really like these skeletal ashes from a thematic perspective for our Blood Assassin character. So we're going to plus them up.
Good
right
to see
here.
you again. I have you to thank. I can happily and I'm as yet, but and if there's any, well, I certainly Roderica.
Here we go. All right, so I want to plus them up, and then I want to equip them. Oh man, I'm kind of assuming I've got the faith to use them. In inventory, they require what? 44 points of faith versus 55 for the wolves, and I can call the wolves, so I've got it. Okay. This is where we can take the opportunity to put that blind eye I was talking about. Apply cosmetics. I hope it'll work. Okay, so it's his left eye. Let's see, that doesn't seem... I think... Is there a blind option? Match right eye. Gosh, I could have sworn there was a blind option. Clouding color. What do we got here? Left. Right iris size, right iris color, right eye clouding, right clouding color, right eye white color, right eye position, left iris size, left iris color, left eye clouding, left clouding color, left eye white color, and left eye position. So maybe a lot of these have to be white. Not size, color. Let's try setting that. And then the clouding opaque. Oh, there you go. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Left eye clouding color. No. Probably right where it's at. Okay. Left eye white color. Yeah. Like that. Darken that up just a little bit to there, I think. And there we go. So that's what our dude looks like. I think that's pretty gnarly looking. Discard changes? No, I want to finish cosmetics. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty awesome looking. That's pretty gruesome. All right. Let me put you on pause and see what he does next. Okay, well, the video is titled Margit the Fell Omen, so that's what he's shooting for. But we start out going over here. Let's see, we'll start at the first step, I guess. And we're going to go talk to Yura, and then we're going to get a grace site nearby, and then we're going to drop off the cliff. Now, that can be a little bit dangerous, so how are we set up for leveling up? Because he's about to do the same thing. He's level 24 right now, by the way. 5,041. Can I don't know, use all of them, I guess. Well, that was a bunch. So, level up, and we're going to continue pumping arcane, I think. Although, maybe endurance would be better. Let's start with endurance. Okay. Smithing stone, that's always good. I guess I'll be doing this in reverse order because there is a gray site right around here. He grabs it after talking to Yura. And I'm grabbing it first because that's just the route that I ended up taking. Okay, Yura then is right here, I believe.
Beautiful work. That's such the heart you brought back. If you should find yourself
Okay, so he's the one that teaches us about dragon communion.
You must not forget those who partake in dragon communion. Their hunger for dragon until the flood gets strength. It's no surprise that dragon.
That would be interesting for that samurai playthrough I'm telling you about. It's even interesting for this guy because he'll be doing a little bit of that. But if I do that samurai build, I'm thinking that that's going to be heavy incantation. Ah. Oh man, my timing is just crap. Okay, well, at this point in time, he goes down to the beach. He takes a totally different route down. I'm going to work my way through here just because I wouldn't mind having the runes, and I want to see if there's an easier path. I just don't remember. I've obviously played around here a lot. Man. But I don't recall. They're not standing up to the weapon strength very well, are they? That puts me at 4,000, and I might lose them all getting down to the beach. I guess I was kind of low-key hoping that I could get up to 7,000 before risking this drop. Nah, none of that looks safe. Where that fire is, that's where we're headed. I want to beat that dude up. Let's see, it looks like we could drop down to there. Did he go this way? I don't think so. I'm a little surprised I don't see a spirit elevator. I know there's one out here somewhere. But I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. I lost it. Okay. Lost it again. Okay, underneath me. Can I just drop off the edge here? Yes. Okay, I'll probably take that into editor and fast forward us through it. Huh. Oh man, that bleed. It's nice. It's you could look like you're on the tail end of the battle, you know, but man, this guy's got comeback strength. And it's with the light strikes, because it's the bleed that's doing it, not the raw damage. Okay, man, I feel good about that. That's pretty awesome. All right, let's, yeah, that blind eye looks absolutely terrific, even from a distance. All right, guys, let me see what's next. Okay, we're going to do a dungeon next. Well, actually, we're gonna run into this cave here. And then we're gonna go do a dungeon. Okay. Now from here, it's to the Grove Side Cave, which we've already completed. And we'll leave here. And run down. This direction. And this is where we want to go. Well, I probably will lose my runes in here. I don't know if I want to say probably, but there's a heightened chance. Not bad. We really just took a sliver of damage. So that's at least a decent start. Man, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I just kind of... I was thinking to myself as I panned around, and that means I wasn't really paying attention to what I was looking at. All right. Medium load. Our guy just kind of felt a little bit sluggish to me for some reason. Oh boy. Dang it. Oh, that's right. Okay, there's a guy up there. That was close. Okay, can I make any throwing knives? Yeah, poison darts. Yeah. I'll make those and equip them. Down here, I guess. Dang it. First health potion used. Alright, cleared that area out. And I was happy with how that went, because that can be, for me at least, in the past, that's been a tricky area. There's a couple more things in here One area in particular that typically just gives me fits. But that was one of them. Both that room and that first room that we had to go down. Well, I don't really remember. Oh, this is the area that usually gets me pretty bad. Not that time. Okay, that actually went really well. I usually get my butt kicked there somehow, some way. Ah, darn it, couldn't quite get away from it. Need to be making better use of those Reduvia special abilities. It doesn't cost a solitary thing and they come out quick. And they got range. Okay, now I need to drop down here and I think there's one to fight. Yeah, there he is. Okay, I have to remember though, they're not free. I'm using my faith points. So anyway, I'm a work in progress here. This is a fun class to play though, I tell you that. Alright, I think this is a Siamese cat, if I recall correctly, but we'll find out. Oh, not enough. Not enough faith points. Just shy. Oh boy, didn't time that roll well. Oh, didn't time that well either. Oh, God, man. Roll, shoot. How we doing? Not yet 50%. And I didn't roll fast enough. Ooh, he's almost dead. Got him. Yes. Yes. The makeup power of the burst is phenomenal. So it gives me room to start a fight out kind of bad, and then I can make up ground in a hurry as I start to get the rhythm. Oh boy, man, that felt good. I completely forgot about maybe applying poison with the pole arm, too. I keep wanting to call it a pole arm. It's a twin blade. Totally different weapon. My understanding is that pole arms are similar to halberds. That might be just enough. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stick another point into Arcane. Because actually my endurance feels pretty good, and it's outstripped my health bar even. Boy, I want to make sure that I got that right. Arcane at 15, yes. I think it was at 14 before. Yeah, because the Erd still required 14 faith. And I made the mistake of going ahead and upping that, and then realizing I wasn't going to use this weapon. Okay. So now we're going to head down to the beach. And I guess we'll take on a giant and see how we do against him. And with a giant, the nature of that fight, needing to dodge, get into position, I'm actually wanting to put poison on him early. Now we're into the daggers. Darn it. Wrong button. Oh, but he died. Mostly from the poison, I think. Maybe I got a bleed off on him. Now I'm really digging the way that poison will continue to... I love damage over time. I've mentioned it in previous playthroughs. It's why I liked playing Warlocks and Shadow Priests in World of Warcraft. Whenever I played a Druid, I liked the bleed effect. I just really dig damage over time. I must have picked that thing up. And my impression was that this game didn't lend itself really to damage over time, but I'm starting to see that there's a niche for it. And probably it gets better and better as you go into New Game Pluses, as you scale up in those New Game Plus levels. Because it allows you to maneuver through the opposition's chain attacks while they're still taking damage. You know, obviously that's the way damage over time works. Too far. Dang it, just too far out. Okay, so I'm going to post up right here. Right here, I think. Actually, you know what? It's the corners. When they run a circle like this, turn in the corners where they're going to be at their slowest. So that's right here. This is the corner. Ash of War stamp. There we go. There you go. That's what you get. Okay, well, I didn't actually watch his video on any of that, so he needs to play catch up. I need to make sure I didn't miss anything, and then I need to see what he does next, so I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to go through another cave. I'm going to get access to the Dragon Island area. See, I picked that up right. Yeah. Before we go to the cave, we're going to hit a merchant where I will buy a cookbook. He recommends very strongly that you get the bow that's being offered there, so you have a ranged attack. But for my build and I guess the role-playing aspect that I'm trying to achieve, I like the idea of what my guy's been doing so far, and that's using daggers for his ranged pull. I like the idea of him having a very limited ranged ability. So like a bow would obviously be a lot further away. And I'm not totally against the idea of an assassin having that capability. It does make sense. I could make a case for it, and maybe I will later on.
What do you need?
But right now, I like the idea of him just sticking to daggers. Armorer's Cookbook, page 2. And then that's all I'm going to get from there.
Well,
Alright, so now we are going to go into a cave. Oh, these guys came looking for a fight, huh? When I aggroed them. Okay. Looks like we're free and clear. I'm a little surprised I didn't get the backstab there. Oh, I thought I saw movement right next to me. Okay, there's the dude. Well, we made quick order of them, didn't we? Make sure there's nothing behind me. Doesn't look like there is. This is the other way down. Okay, we'll summon this guy for help. Why not? Might as well. And then we'll get to use our skeletons for the first time. There he goes. Whoa. That blood buildup is pretty, it is pretty amazing. Alright, with all the help we got, they just didn't stand a chance, I don't think. Looks like I took one hit. Okay, make sure I got everything down here. And I think I did. Man, it looked like I broke his guard. Must be the strength of the weapon that I have it at right now, because I wouldn't expect daggers to be able to do that very often. Alright, here we are on Dragon Isle. And I think we go this direction. And before grabbing this gray site, I'm going to activate the altar, because with fighting Cowboy, it looked like he had to activate the altar, then rest. And then he could access the spells. So here we go. Ritual of Dragon Communion. Oh, it's available. 17 faith required, but this is the one that I want, Dragon Claw. Now, I'm not an expert at any of this, so maybe I'm making a mistake here, but I've seen this used before, and I think it's a short to mid-range kind of spell. It looks like it would fit. Remember, we're going to be fairly limited incantation use. Most of our faith points is for using Reduvia's spell, or special ability, I think. You know, we'll see how it plays out. I am wanting to leave room. I said that in my intro video. I have an ambiguous idea, a general sketched out guideline for what we're going to do, and that's going to be an Arcane Bleed build. Where it goes from there, I wasn't really totally sure, even though I did feel quite good about that I wanted to be daggers. But even that I wasn't positive about yet. Far to the east, you'll find the Cathedral of Dragon Communion, a place where draconic power gathers. That's a nice little clue. I didn't know that that was there. Got an item right here. And somewhere down here there's an Ash of War, or it's not an Ash of War, actually it's a Somber Smithing Stone. I don't see it, but I hear it. Okay. There's that loot. What is, looks like embers glowing. Okay, those are just silver something or another. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Okay, should be one piece of loot over this way. Well, I saw it from up top. I am not seeing it right now. Oh, here it is. Class 2 smithing stone. I think I might have been in need of one of those for the twin blade. Okay, from here, we're gonna fast travel up to Stormhill Shack, and I think he ends his video. Well, what's next for sure is Margit the Fell Omen. So I'm gonna put you on pause. I'm gonna watch his video and see what all he does, and then we're gonna try and do that fight ourselves. See you in a minute. Okay, so we will mount up and head into Stormhill Castle. Oh, wait, you know what I need to do? I need to go back here. Oh. Let's grab that loot. She must have left this for us. Golden seed, okay. Okay, good. Flasks, add a charge, yes. I'd like to do that. But I would also like to swap out, I think, poison armament. I mean, really, any of these. Probably this, and put... Oh yeah, I don't have the faith points. Okay, well, I still want it up there. We'll get the faith points later. Okay, off we go. He just charges right through, so... Okay, got wild strikes, and try this like this. Okay, we successfully de-aggroed. And we can do this fight now. We can summon Rajir. Okay. And then we'll skip past the cutscene. Oh. That's a heck of a wind-up. Oh, I got a backstab in on him. Nice.
Well, thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins.
Got him. I was able to get that bloody slash off.
I shall remember thee, tarnished,
And I
smoldering with thy meager flame.
11,345 runes. Wow. And I think I got the bloody slash. Well, whatever Reduvia's ability is called. I think I got that off along with a weapon hit. I'm not going to worry too much about faith yet. I don't need to be using dragon abilities yet anyhow. I don't feel excited about that. I feel more excited about developing the core build first. And my intent is to have dragon incantations as supplemental. So we'll bump to 16 arcane, which is going to jump us up a couple points in the damage for everything, because everything is arcane scaled right now. So works out very nicely. Okay, he goes back to Storm Shack from there, Storm Hill Shack. Now we're at the end of this video here. I'm looking at 1:40 left, but we're going to keep going because I believe this is where he wraps up Limgrave. He's going to do night bosses next, but let me pause you and find out if that's really the case or not to determine whether or not we should close this video out now or go ahead and push. So I'll be right back. All right, guys. Well, he does end the video right here, so we're going to end it too. It lines up nicely with the time I have left, which is under 1.5 minutes now. So that really worked out well. The next video, he's going to do some nighttime bosses. Be advised, and this is actually correct, he is treating Storm Hill as part of Limgrave. It is part of Limgrave. I know in my last playthrough, I separated Storm Hill out to its own chronicle, and I included Storm Hill Castle into that chronicle. Cowboy is covering Limgrave, the Weeping Isle, and Storm Hill as one zone, it looks like, and then he's going to go to the castle. So that's probably how I'll end up splitting up my chronicle as well. Anyway, when he talks, the reason I'm letting you know that is because he says nighttime bosses are next, night bosses. And he is definitely going to be hitting the Storm Hill area first. There's something right over here he wants to grab. I think he made mention of this right here. Looks like he's going to head there. And he said there's a couple nighttime bosses out here, and there's a couple things out this way that he's going to aim for. So he's certainly hitting Storm Hill first, and then I think he's going to do nighttime bosses in Limgrave, and then we're going to head down into the Weeping Isle again. If I'm picking up his gist correctly, that looks like the direction we're going. All right, guys, again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. I hope all is well in your neck of the woods, and I'll see you in the next episode where the story continues.